Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you for always stopping by, liking, commenting and subscribing. For the new ones, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Feel free to tell us what you want on the comment section and stay tuned on today's episode on Jordan Akka. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell and stay tuned. This is Faith showing on God's Meeting on Little TV, just in case you want to watch the update. Salim hugs Jalal. Jalal asks him to sit with him. They sit together. Jalal asks Salim, "Do you like someone?" Salim nods in yes and says, "I like one girl a lot." Jalal says, "Wow, tell me her name." Salim says, "I don't know her name, but I have seen her in function. She was wearing a jewelry on her head which had peacock feather." Jalal asks, "Should I talk to her?" Salim says, "No, she doesn't like me. She hates me." Jalal says, "That's interesting. You know, your mother used to hate me even after marriage, but I changed it into love. I will tell you meaning of love. I am with you. I will tell you how to change her hatred into love for you." Salim smiles. Jalal asks him to take rest. He makes him lie on bed. Salim says, "Don't tell Joda that I drank. She will get angry." Jalal says, "I promise I won't tell Joda anything. Don't worry. Just sleep." Salim sleeps. Jalal smiles and covers him with blanket. He sleeps in his room too. In the morning, Salim wakes up. He calls for servants to give him water. Jalal comes with water. Salim is shocked to see him and says, "King, you?" Jalal asks him to drink water first. Salim is afraid. Jalal asks Salim, "Do you know what you did last night? You drank wine." Jalal shows him pictures of princesses and says, "Now your punishment is that you marry a girl who Joda would choose." Salim says, "You know it's not my fault. I told you that someone spiked my drink." Jalal says, "But who will pacify your mother?" Salim says, "You told me that you will handle everything." Jalal says, "I am king. I forgot what I said in the night. I can't do anything." Joda comes and says, "Salim, you decided whom you will marry?" Joda says to Jalal that you said you handle Salim. Salim whispers in Jalal's ears to not tell Joda about his drinking. Jalal says to Joda that I have decided that we will not force Salim for marriage. It's his life and he will choose whom to marry and nobody will force him. Joda says, "Okay, if you have said that, then I won't force him also. Who can talk in front of you two?" Joda comes to Salim and says to Salim that today you got saved, but soon you have to marry. Joda says to Salim that you drank wine. Smell is coming from you. Jalal says, "No, it was me who drank wine, not him." Joda says, "Okay, I just want Salim to not drink ever." She leaves. Salim says, "I am sorry you had to lie for me." Jalal says, "I can do anything for my child. I promise you, I will marry girl of your choice. Nobody will point it out. Be happy always." They hug. Salim smiles. Anakali is going from palace. Murad and Daniel sees her and says she is the same who Salim likes. She's wearing same jewelry. Salim's choice is very beautiful. Murad asks Desi to bring a paper and pen. Daniel asks, "What are you up to?" Murad says, "Just little fun." Man asks Anakali to accompany her to Mansing's ceremony. She says, "How can I come?" Desi comes here and gives letter to Anakali. She reads letter that I am dead by your beauty. You are unique and I have started loving you. I will wait for you in my camp. From King Salim. Man asks Anakali to come to the function, else she will complain to Queen. Anakali says, "I will come." She thinks to first fight Salim. Kutub asks Salim, "Till when will I have to wear your crown? Today is man's function. I can't wear it now." Kutub asks him to take his crown. Salim says, "Okay, don't worry, give it." He's about to take it, but Anakali comes there and says, "Prince Salim." They are stunned to see her. She stares at them. She comes to them and says to Kutub that you are here, but that doesn't mean you can do anything. How dare you call me? I don't know you and I don't want to know. Then how dare you call me? Why are you silent? You are Salim? Salim pushes Kutub. Kutub says, "Yes, I am Salim." Anakali says, "Understand one thing. I don't like royal people, especially you, Salim. You are stone-hearted. The one who will take place in my heart will be very kind-hearted person." Salim looks at her. She says, "Unlike you, spoilt brat. Never try to do this again." She gives letter to him and angrily leaves from there. Salim keeps looking at her and says, "That's what happened today. I like you more." He smiles. Kutub says, "And I had to bear her wrath. I didn't write letter." Salim looks at letter and says, "I know who wrote this letter." Ceremony for making man king starts. Man greets Jalal. Jalal keep looking at princesses. Joda says it's weird that it's Salim's age to marry, but he runs away from girls. And his father, he is staring at girls. Jalal asks all are from royal families. Joda says yes, but why are you so interested? Jalal says, I am seeing them for Salim. He told me that he likes a girl. Joda says, why didn't you tell me earlier? Who is she? Jalal says, Salim told me that the girl was wearing a jewelry that had a peacock feather design in it. Anakali with Jagat and Man is coming there. Man's head jewelry breaks. She says, how can I go in front of Salim like this? Anakali says, don't worry, take my jewelry. She gives her head jewelry to Man. Man says, you're so nice. Anakali says, now I should leave. Man says, okay, but come tomorrow. They leave. Anakali leaves too. Jagat and Man comes in function. Jalal looks at Man and says to Joda that, look, Man is wearing that jewelry Salim told me. So it's Man, bye. Who Salim likes. Congrats, Joda. Congrats. Joda says, you too. Salim comes in function. Salim thinks that thank God she's not here. But why does she hate Salim so much? Man says to Jagat that he is Salim. Jagat smirks. Man's arty is done. Bagwandas make Man wear crown of Amir. All chant for Man. He takes sword in his hands, all smile. Jalal comes to Man and hugs him. He says, congrats. Jalal asks Salim to come. Salim comes to them. Jalal says that you both are Mughals warrior. I want to gift you both. Jalal gifts them 2 states as gifts. They accepted it. Joda says to Bible that your work was good. Their rift is getting less. They are talking to each other and agreeing with each other these days. Yesterday, Salim told Jalal that he likes a girl. Bible says, I knew that Salim would pour his heart in inebriated state. Sorry, but I made Salim drink wine. Joda says, but Jalal told me that he drank wine, so he was saving Salim. Why did you make him drink it? Bible says, I had to do this to achieve something. See, because of wine, Salim told his heart to Jalal. Because of wine, Jalal took care of him. Because of wine, Jalal lied to you for him. Because of wine, you get to know that Salim likes a princess. Joda asks, how do you know that it's princess? Bible says that prince will like princess only. Did you tell her name? Joda says no, but I feel she is Mambai. Bible says you should be happy that Jalal and Salim are happy. Joda says, I saw them talking like father and son, not as king and heir. Murad says that now Man is king. We should go on hunting. Daniel says, I don't want to go. I want to eat only. Salim comes there. Murad says, I was thinking to go on hunting. Salim says, first, tell me who fired with gun and put it on my shoulder. Daniel asks what happened. Salim shows them letter, which they wrote to Anakali. Salim asks, is this a way of joking? I know very well that one of you did that. Tell me truth. Who wrote this letter? He asks Daniel that you can do this as you can only think of food. Murad smirks. Salim says to Murad, tell me why you did that. Daniel says, I told him that you will get angry, but he didn't listen to me. Salim says, so you did that? He beats him. Murad says, I thought to help you. Salim says, I will tell you how to move ahead. He beats him. Salim says, you will get punishment. Murad says, I will ask forgiveness if you want. Salim says, don't do anything now. Murad whispers to Danielle that how much he cares for her. Salim asks, did you say anything? Murad says no. Salim says, afterwards, if you both do this, then it will not be better for you. Salim smiles and leaves from there. Danielle says to Murad that you got saved, else hair can do anything. Murad says Salim is elder, so I took his beating. Do you want to get beaten too? Danielle says no. Murad says, I don't think Salim will go on hunting as his eyes are on someone else. Joda comes to Mumbai. She greets Joda. She says to Joda to order her. Joda says, I didn't come here to order you, but to do your makeover. Man asks why. Joda says, can't I make you ready? It's been years that I didn't spend time with you. When I came to Amir last time, you were so small. And now, see, you are grown up and beautiful. My Rajvanshi princess. Man says, but nobody can reach the beauty of yours. Joda smiles and sees same peacock jewelry. She asks Man, did you meet Salim? He's grown up too. Man says, actually, I was afraid. He used to tease me a lot in childhood, so I thought if he would do it again. Joda says he was a kid then, but now grown up. He will not do that now. If he do that, then tell me, I will take his class. So how did you find him? Is he handsome? Man says he has been handsome from childhood. Joda says, I'm talking about now, not childhood. How do you like him now? Man gets shy and says, I will come in a minute. She runs from there. Joda smiles, seeing peacock jewelry. Man goes outside and finds Salim practicing bare body. She smiles, seeing him. Salim says to Kutub that I have to meet that girl. I will have to ask forgiveness from her. She must be hurt. He recalls his meeting with her and smiles. Jagat comes there and asks man, why? What are you seeing? Jagat finds Salim there and says that, oh, this sight is what to watch. He's handsome and a warrior. Aram comes there and says these girls will definitely cast an eye on Salim. Judah comes to Jalal. She asks him, where are you going? Jalal says, I have been called in a tribal wedding. It's their king's daughter's wedding, Bela. I will go there. Judah says, this is your goodness. You are king of India and giving so much respect to a tribe. Jalal says they live in jungle, but they protect our country with their bravery. They give us, but I have issued a statement that they can run their tribe with their rules. Our rules will not be forced on them. You come with me too. Judah says, no, I want to spend time with Babi. You go, and when will you come? Jalal says, without you, I will not be interested there. I will soon come back to you. Judah says, why didn't they send invitation in Agra? Jalal says, marriage is happening suddenly. Judah asks to take Salim there. Your relation with him is getting fine, and also you will get to know of his if he likes man or not. Aram comes there. Jalal asks what happened. Why are you tensed? Aram says, what I can see, you can't see. Judah says, tell us. Aram says, I am afraid that Salim will be casted eye. I have seen two princesses casting eye on him. One is good, but other is bad. Mamba is good. She talks to me nicely. Jalal smiles. Salim comes to Anakali and says, I want to apologize for Salim's behavior. Anakali says, it's his mistake. Why did you come to apologize? He says, no, his brothers did that fun with you. And he really scolded them when he got to know. She says, I won't pardon him unless he comes here. Would you come here and help me like you? Will he ever help a common person? He is here. How would he know that? A common man also has a heart. He says, he's my pal, but he's here to throne as well. We can't say anything to him. She says, I hate him. He says, you hate him. Anakali says, I hate all kings and princes. They are all the same. Salim wonders how he can rectify his image. Anakali asks, have you ever loved someone? Anakali says, Farhan loves Bela. What kind of power are you? You don't know it. He says, why didn't Farhan tell me all this? Anakali says, I told you I hate royal people. They are all same. Salim says, I won't let this happen. I'll get Farhan his love. I'll do anything for them, I promise. Anakali says, it's a royal wedding. What can we do? Weddings are for deals and benefits here. Salim says, a relationship is between two hearts. Anakali says, never love a princess. She will break your heart for some king. I will always stay away from prince. They are all same. He will break my heart for some princess. He says, you're saying this because you never met any prince. She's about to fall. Salim holds her. She looks into his eyes. Anakali says, I am sorry. I destroyed your dress. I will wash it. Salim says, no need. I have to go. Anakali says, you want to go to Salim so that you can tell him that I didn't accept his sorry. Salim says, no, first. I have to go to Farhan. He needs me more. Anakali says, your thoughts are good. If you need me in anything, then call me. Salim says, of course. And I promise I'll make Bela and Farhan one. I will do anything for them. He greets her and leaves. Anakali says, such a good man. Not a prince, but a common soldier. Okay guys, thank you for watching today's episode on Choda Akbar. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe so you could turn on the notification bell to be notified on when I upload the next videos. Stay tuned. This is Faith is showing on God's Missing Hollywood TV. So just in case, subscribe. Bye.